Hello to all my spiritual people. Today, that was nerdy. Okay, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about something that's really personal to me, and that is limiting beliefs. I heard about limiting beliefs so many times for a very long time, and I could never really figure out what mine was. I was spent a lot of time thinking about what I'm not understanding right. Although I had some ideas, but I really couldn't see them as real problems. I just saw them as that's just the way I am. Like that's not something I can change. That's just the way I am. It's not a belief, it's just the way I am. What are my limiting beliefs? Um, I think the biggest one right now, or one of the biggest ones, is I have felt in recent times, and maybe even for close to 30 years, that I am too slow. I study slow, I understand things slow, I type slow, I read slow. And I have only been recently really realizing that that is not really the case. When I was younger, I was a big reader. I loved to read. And my dad used to always tell me, "You read so fast," when I was a kid. I used to love reading. And he used to tell me, "You read so fast. You read like way faster than me. You're just a real speedy reader." And I kind of forgot about that. So anyway, that being said, I realized today in this moment when I was reading something about a key secret that I think could be one of, maybe there are a lot of keys, but one of the keys to feeling like you're a faster person. So what is that key that I feel is, I realized just today, is making me read faster. This is the first little clue I've had in my life. And that is looking a little bit ahead. Looking a little bit ahead. And I can see how this can apply to so many things in life to help make you a little speedier, a little faster. And so, what is that? Like when I'm reading, I'm looking at the word I'm reading right now, but as soon as I realize it makes a connection what it is in my head, I'm moving on to the next one. So, as soon as I see that word and I know what it is, I am moving on to the next one before I even really get it said in my head when I'm reading. Like a lot of times when you're reading, you say the words in your head. But before I say the word in my head, I am moving on to the next word. Does that make sense? If not, write me in the comments and I'll try to say it a little more clearly or give you more information. This is just something to start thinking about in your life. I'm definitely going to start to think about it because I used to be faster. When I was a kid, I was faster. But somehow I started thinking I'm slow. I started thinking I don't think quick enough, and I started believing it. And it has like spread out into a number of ways in my life. So one of my new undertakings is finding where I tell myself I'm too slow and figuring out what things I am doing or what things I can do to make myself faster. So this is just a new undertaking of mine. As things come to my mind, I'll post videos here, but keep that in mind. Try to think a little bit ahead. You don't have to think faster necessarily. You might naturally get faster, but as soon as you understand something, you can be looking ahead. As soon as I know what the word is I'm looking at, like that second or that millisecond, I'm moving on to the next letter. And this is just today, I'm starting to get this. So it's new for me. And like I've said before, when you're new at something, it's like it takes a little time to fully integrate it, and definitely lots of time to master it. So, yeah, look at where you're slowing yourself down in life. Look at where you could be looking ahead, a little bit ahead. It doesn't need to be fast at first. I expect myself to start blooming in the way that I have my limiting beliefs. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And I can't wait to figure out where it is that I'm having all of these limiting beliefs. And I would love to hear in the comments about how you are finding those limiting beliefs for yourself. Peace and love.